Good afternoon to all of you. Today we have discussed engineering graphics and design. And the first one is the introduction of engineering graphics, then the role of engineering drawing and which type of equipment required in engineering drawing, then the application of engineering drawing, then which type of symbol and conventional used in engineering drawing, then next one is the format of sheets, then letter and the dimensioning. The first one is introduction of engineering drawing. Engineering drawing is a type of technical drawing used to fully and clearly define requirement for engineering item and is usually created accordance with standardized convention for a layout, nomenclature, interpretation, appearance, size, etc. It is purpose to accurately and properly measurement of geometric feature of a product or a component. The end goal of an engineering drawing is to convey all the required information that will allow a manufacturer to produce that component. Or you can say another word, the engineering drawing are mostly commonly referred to as engineering graphics. Is the art of manipulation of a design of a variety of components, especially those related to engineering. It primarily consists of sketching the actual component. For example, a machine with its exact dimension and exact size. Then the next slide will be discuss the role of engineering drawing. Engineering drawing basically ability to read and prepare the engineering drawing, and the second one how to make the freehand sketch of the object, and the next one is uh, power of imagination, analysis and communication. The last one is capacity to understood other subject. So in this slide we discuss the some requirement of in engineering drawing. The first one is many drafter, scale, different types of sheets, different types of pencil, eraser, sharpener, compass, protector, different types of drawing board and etc. So in this drawing board we will use the A1 size drawing sheet, or you can say use the A2 type drawing sheet. Then in the starting we set our drafter in a top left portion and check the proper range from all the area in a drawing sheet. Then set the all the boundary line and title box of the drawing sheet and take the proper size for a title box. Then we use the different types of pencil and different types of scale. The pencil are differentiate between H8 to 7B. When we have increased the number of H, then the pencil will be hardest, and then we have increased the number of B, then the pencil is the brightest. So in generally we can use H1, H and HB pencil for our purpose. Then the different types of drawing sheet will be used in our drawing. The first one is A1, A2, A3, A4, or the most commonly used are in a drawing sheet are A0 and A1. Then the application of engineering drawing are so many application in different area. The production line, manufacturing line, or you can say ship, any automobile industry or any construction line, we can use the engineering drawing. Or in a construction line we can use the AutoCAD in basically use the drawing with the help of computer, that is called computer aided drawing. And the second one is computer aided manufacturing. When we have manufacture when we draw our drawing in a computer and then go to machine and communicate with computer and machine and convert into a raw material into a finished product. That is called computer aided manufacturing. All these are with the help of SIM, computer integrated manufacturing. So then so other many area for use in computer drawing. Then in the starting we have used first angle and third angle drawing basically. There are four quadrant, the first quadrant, second, third and fourth. But we have used only first and third quadrant only. Or you can say first angle projection or the third angle projection. Because we can't use in second and fourth, reason being the overlap problem are the most important for, so we can't use second and fourth quadrant. And the first quadrant and the third quadrant, in the first quadrant basically the object is lie between above the HP, or you can say above the XY line, that is the front view, and below the XY line, that is the top view. And as well as in the third angle projection, it's a different. The to first angle in the front view below the XY line, and the top view above the XY line. And the object is lie between the observer and plane of the object in a first angle projection. Then the plane in the third angle projection, the plane of the projection lie between the observer and object. The plane of the projection is assumed to be non-transparent, and in the third angle projection we can consider, or we can assume, is a transparent image. Then the fourth point, the first angle and third angle symbol are the most important, because we can use in a drawing sheet. So I easily identify our drawing as a first angle or in a third angle. Then the symbol and convention we can use in our drawing. Or the first one is the types of line. So many types of line we can use in our drawing. The first one is continue thick line, continue thin line. So then the continue wave line, then the continue zigzag types, then continue wide line, dash line. Then next one, E point is the long dash dotted narrow line, then the long dash dotted wide line. So basically the first one is continue thick line are generally used in every construction or every dimensioning. We can use a continue thick line, sorry. And then the continue thick line are used for a boundary, and the zigzag line are used for a short break, as well as dash line are used for a hidden purpose, or you can say hidden outline. And then the long dash dotted narrow line are used for a center line, or you can say axis line. So the next slide we will discuss the format of sheet. The drawing are prepared on a standard size drawing sheet. The first one is the most important role in a title box. The title box are generally use a 180 mm into a 60 mm. Or in this title box we have converted into a different 3 to 4 parts. Easily identify the name, roll number, group, branch, and the title of the sheet, organization name, which type of scale we can use, and which type of grade pencil, and all the detail in the title box are considered. And this one is a bottom right side we can draw in the starting of our drawing mannequin. Then the little bit information between lettering. So letter are the most important in our engineering drawing. The importance of engine letter is to understand the production work of an engineering component. As per the drawing, the size and other detail are indicated on the drawing. This is done in the form of notes or dimension. Basically, later are the two different types. First one is single stroke, then second one is the double stroke. Also in the second another classification, the single stroke letter are also two type, straight letter, or you can say second one is a inclined letter, or straight letter you can say vertical, and the second one is a slope. In a slope letter, or you can say inclined letter, we can consider the 75-degree angle. This one is a standard angle. So in this slide we discuss the different types of alphabet and numerics. The basic standard rule are for 7:5, 7 is a height and 5 is a width. But according to requirement, or according to some different category, we can change our height and width. And for a alphabet, this one is a standard 7:5, and in a numerics the 7:4. And someone is a special character, then we can change our width, like as 1 and I. This one is considered the 7:1. For it means 7 is a height, but width will be a change. Width just a 1. And as well as the someone are different special character, like as W, M. Then the for a W and M, the ratio will be 7:8. So width will be higher as compared to height. So this one is you can say this one, all these are a vertical letter. So and in that case we can consider some different criteria or different category. This one is uppercase and lowercase. In uppercase, all the value will be set according to this ratio, but in the lowercase we can change our height and width. Someone is a uppercase and someone is a lowercase and someone is a normal. For example, B, D, H, all these are a uppercase letter, and G, J, and Y, all these are a lowercase letter. Other all these are, for example, A, C, M, N, all these are a normal character. So in this slide we discuss, in the starting we take a height. For example, we can take a height 14 mm for a letter. Then the width according to set 7:5. So, and in the starting we can draw a graph in the drawing sheet, and then convert into a 7 boxes in a horizontal line, and 5 boxes in a vertical line. So someone in this slide we can discuss the some numerics value 0 to 9. Then all the ratio will be 7:4, but in some special character then we can change our width, for example 1, then the width will be a 7:1. So according to given height we can change our width and we can change our boxes. So this one is a basic instruction for a letter. Then this one is a dimension. So in the dimensioning, the art of the writing the various size or measurement on the finished drawing of an object is called a dimensioning. There are two types. The first one is size or functional dimension. Second one is location or a datum. The first one is a size dimensioning. Then we can give the proper length, breadth, height and the diameter of the object. So this one is we can show in a figure. The L is the location, but when we consider the S is the fully dimension size. So the first S are denoted by size or functional dimension, and the L is the location or datum. So for example, we can consider the circle center point. Then we can find out the some uh, width and some height in a find out the center point of the circle. So this one is a location, or you can say datum point of the circle. Then this one is a arrow size are the most important on our drawing. Arrow size are basically 3:1. 3 is the length and the 1 is the height. So there are so many notation of the dimensioning, extension line, dimension figure, arrow head. All these are the most important role in our engineering drawing. So then next one is the notation used in a dimension. The first one is the dimensioning line, then extension line, arrowhead, nodes, ladder, symbol. The first one is dimensioning in thin continuous line used to indicate the measurement. Then the extension line, thin continuous line extended beyond the outline of the object. The next one is the arrowhead, and used to terminate the dimension line. Length width ratio is also discussed. The 3 ratio is the one for a specify for the arrowhead. Then the next one is a note, give the information regarding specific operation relating of the future. And other one is the ladder, thin continuous line connecting a node or a dimension figure with the future feature to which it is applied, terminate by arrowhead or a dot. Then the symbol, the preparatory of the any object by some mark on the drawing. Then the types of dimension. Basically we can consider counting only two types of dimensioning. The first one is aligned system, second one is unidirectional. In the aligned system we can measure the shortest dimension, in a unidirectional we can consider a longest dimension. Or you can say in the aligned system the dimension are placed perpendicular to the dimension line in such a way that it may be read from bottom edge or a right hand edge of the drawing sheet. But in the unidirectional, in the dimension are so oriented such that they can be read from the bottom of the drawing. So in this slide we can place of our dimensioning. There are basically we can consider the four type. The first one is chain dimensioning, then the parallel dimensioning, combined dimensioning, and the fourth one is the progressive dimensioning. In the chain dimensioning, the dimensions are arranged one by one or in a straight line. In a single line we can show all the dimensions should be measured properly. So this one is a chain dimension. Then second one is a parallel dimensioning. All the dimensions are shown from a common baseline. The smaller dimension is placed near to the view and the longer dimension are placed to the outer distance. Then the combined dimensioning, then the chain and parallel fixed in a single object. That types of a dimensioning is called. Then the last one is the progressive dimensioning. One datum or a surface is selected with which read as a 0. all the dimensions are referred to the that point or a surface. So the first one is a first figure shown in a chain type, and the second top right side, this one is a parallel type, and the combination of this figure in the middle, this one is a combined dimensioning. Then the little bit introduction of the plane scale and diagonal scale. There are generally, what is the scale, or you can say scale of the larger object must be reduced to accommodate on standard side drawing sheet. This reduce create a scale of the reduction ratio, which is generally a fraction, or you can say RF value or LOS. RF is the representative factor, and the LOS is the length of the scale. RF is the length of the RF is basically defined as the length of the line in the drawing sheet divided by the actual ratio of the length, and the length of the scale is the RF into maximum distance to be measured. So there are 5 types of different scales. The first one is plane scale, diagonal scale, vernier scale, comparative scale, or the scale of the chord. And the another one is the isometric scale, is the another type scale. So then in this slide we can easily show the representative factor, so the dimension of the drawing or the dimension of the object, and as well as the length of scale is the RF into maximum length to be measured. Thank you to all of you.